Shalom Israel. Shalom. All prayers and honor and glory go to Yahawah, Yahawah, the Wadi Yahweh Shah, for giving us the apostles and the elders of Greatmillstone who deserve the waters, rightfully so. And shalom to you, Akim, pushing the word of sincerity and truth and being faith-based. Okay, fighting for fighting for your salvation. Fighting to see this place go down. And every time you push this word out righteously, according to the doctrine, the more this place shiver, and then the more pieces fall off. Okay, through the spirit Yahawah Shah, and that's exactly what he wants. He wants you to do this. There's nothing else out there to do. Okay, and just want to put this out. It's just nothing else. I mean, as you can see, when you look into this world, you see what people doing. If you spiritual, you will see that this place is totally wicked. You know, you may listen to some music, you may go to work, but you see, if you're a spiritual man, you see this place is fucking violent, and things is happening to those wicked people. You know, things is really happening, man, and that's the most beautiful thing ever. That's how you know what the Lord is doing. I brought this out through the spirit Yahawah Shah. I wanted a hopeful elect, and this is what I do it for, to be a hopeful elect. You know, predestination. If I even said that right, Salaki. You know, predetermined. Okay, one of those men that's already been there in the beginning and playing his part back then, doing what he got to do back then. Now, same thing now, because everybody's lot is not the same in its truth. Everybody's a different. Somebody could be just a pinky. Okay, so you got to do your part, all right, up to the body, edify the body, to take care of the body, to get the germs out of the body. All right, 2/3 of the germs. All right, and all the idolatry and the wickedness that we follow is the germs. Okay, so just want to put that out there. I don't know where I'm going with the verses. I'll just do the spirit, because being in this world, you have to be ashamed of the things you have done. That's why you always pray to the Lord for forgiveness. Don't let your sins weigh you down. But as you going on, you call on the Lord and say, thank you for getting me to this point again. All right. So just through the spirit, I'm gonna bring out some scriptures. We're gonna just go through them. I'll bring out this if you're edifying. Okay. Right here. Alright, this is Proverbs chapter 23, verse 23. Buy the truth and sell it not. Right. You see, the truth ain't sold to you. The men that you heard this from, the right counselors, the ones that Yahawah set up, they didn't sell this to you. They got it, freely give, freely receive. I didn't get that scripture, but just wanted to quote it. Hopefully I quoted it right. And like I said, buy the truth and sell it not. You see, these men, how they bought it is through their time. They do their studies, and then they can go out there and feed feed the sheep. So they're not selling it. Now, by you giving them tithes, that's according to that's a law. 10% of your earnings. That's law. So if you're a hopeful elect, and even if you're 1/3 and you're 2/3, even 2/3 is supposed to, by law, that's law. They're breaking the law by not paying these men. So that's important. So they put all their time into this and looking at these damn computers, reading these damn words. The spirit, I should not disperse words is righteous, but it's, you lose eyesight. It gets weary. Even if you're not searching all types of doctrines, just reading the book. I mean, this word is fucking small, man. I know for one thing, from the time I started this, I've been wearing glasses because the flesh is weary. Okay. All right. So looking at this damn computer, she fucks your eyes up, man. Alright, so the men Yahawah, they have done these things righteously. Alright? Buy the truth and sell it not. Also wisdom and instruction and understanding. Alright? So that's what the men done. They instructed you, they gave you understanding. And alright. That's what they did. They did these things. Let's go up a verse. This is Proverbs chapter 23, verse 22. Hearken unto thy father that begot thee. Alright? That spiritually, how about these are your fathers, but you got your carnal father, the ones in the flesh, which are the apostles. Okay, hearken unto them. They out there doing the work, and they bringing the scriptures together, and they breaking it down. And say, listen, this is what you do. Don't take my word for it. After that, go study, go look it up. And that's what men done. When they heard it, they ran. They ran with it. They went and did it. Not only they ran to give it to others, they studied to show themselves approved. Alright, as a profitable servant. Okay. Shalakia. Alright. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 1. Alright. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower. The tower is on those corners, those towers and bowers, okay? And I will watch to see what he will say unto me. And how you do that? You go watch the news. You watch, you listen to the men of the Lord. Alright, the righteous men, okay? Not these niggas in the street, man. Not them niggas that you hung out all your fucking life and all you know is the corners. And I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I should answer when I am reproved. Yes. What would you answer? Would you beg for forgiveness? Okay. So that's what we do. By us doing what we're doing, we answered by first and say, "Oh man, look what he said. Look at all the things that's happening. The heart program, the water being filthy, homosexuality, lesbianism, all these things that's happening according to this world. You know, this is how you would figure like, I got the answers. This makes sense. Okay." This makes sense. And so now we're at a point in our life where if you even got some of this delicious, alright, what are you gonna do with it? Because we don't. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain. That's what we do. When we out there, we try to make it as plain as possible. We don't try to go into some theatrical situation where we gotta explain all this thing, the sun, moon, star bullshit, okay? Because the consolation is the consolation according to Yahawah. But now we ain't gotta tell you that we're gonna, as soon as we get this, we're gonna walk on fucking other planets that quick. No, things come with patience, okay? And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables. That's what we do. Alright? That he may run that readeth it. You see? So that's what we have done. The apostles of Greatmillstone, they broke down scriptures to you, and you heard it, and you said, because I'm gonna give you a testimony. Right? When I heard this, I got so fucking drunk, because it was a stepping stone, right? And as I stepped closer and closer, the Lord kept lifting the veil of my head. And finally, when He lifted that veil of my head, do you understand? This could make you or break you. Okay? This could make you or break you. Through the Spirit of Yahawah. So when I finally got it, when I heard it, I said, shit. I heard my mama say, Jesus, Jesus, when I was young. But I guess as I got older, I got into other philosophies. And I was a 5% on one time. It kept me, because I hated pork. I always hated the damn white man. The so-called white man. I always hated his fucking ass. I was watch Roots and shit, certain movies and shit. You know, back when niggas was a hose, black men used to get hosed down by hoses. Right? So, like it says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Alright? So that was my point. So we got this, we ran with it. And we held it, holding on fast. Like it says in scripture, it said, hold fast what you down and learn. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but that's what we're doing. Alright? Alright, Salaki. Okay? Right, let's read according to the scripture. This is by the truth. This is Proverbs chapter 23, verse 22. Hearken unto thy father that begot thee. Alright, your spiritual father is the apostles. Okay, your biological, your spiritual biological father is Yahawah, but they said they appoint these men, these are the shepherds. Okay? Hearken unto thy father that begot thee, and despise not thy mother. The mother's the scriptures. Okay? You're not supposed to despise the word of his righteousness. Okay? When she is old, okay? And that could be your physical family, but right now we're dealing with the truth, okay? All right, the scriptures. By the truth, see, but the next scripture clarifies. It don't say by your mama, all right? It says by the truth, and sell it not. Also wisdom and instruction and understanding. All right. The father of righteousness shall greatly rejoice, and he that begotteth a wise child shall have joy of him. And those are the apostles, they would. And even Yahawah would have rejoiced. He would rejoice in you. Right? He would rejoice in you for being righteous. So this was about righteousness. Okay? And understanding. And being wise. Okay? Alright? Because as we speak, we're going through some serious hard times. And it's righteous that what we go through. Because that's the only way you're going to be purified through your affliction. Okay? Alright, let's get this one. See what it says, man. Alright, this is Revelation chapter 16, verse 15. This is Yahawah saying this. Former your enemy called Jesus Christ. Alright. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth. Right. Blessed is he that watcheth. What are you watching for? You watching for the news, all the stuff that's going on, everything that's going on with North Korea, Russia, fucking Eagle Face, Iran. Everybody's talking about how they want to go up in there and stop the nukes. They don't want nobody having nukes and shit. These niggas don't want you to have nukes. America, they don't want you to have nuclear. They want you to fuck them up. Alright? But see, it's going to go down in all decency and all that. Because the Lord Yahawah know how exactly this is going to go down. Alright? Behold, I come as a thief. How he's going to come as a thief? He's going to take away you out of your, first of all, he's going to take away the enemies out of their place. But he's also going to take the 2/3 out. And if you're not paying attention, you're going to be taken out. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth. That's how you got to be blessed. You're blessed. You pay attention to all the news, the documents, everything that's put out up to this day. That's how you blessed. And keepeth his garment, keeping the truth. Don't let this go, man. Don't go out there and say you did get enough time, you did it, now you want to go get some pussy. You should do this to your death. Alright. Shalaki. You know? That's what it's about. You know, because we can sit here and play the game, but let the truth be told, it ain't no game. Right? It says right here, Ecclesiasticus chapter 4, verse 28. Strive for the truth unto death. Unto death. Okay? Alright? That's plain. Alright? Unto death. Alright? Let's put another scripture with that. Alright? Strive for the truth unto death. And the Lord shall fight for you. You see? He don't give a fuck about you did 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. He wants you all he wants you all the way to the point when the guillotine's about to come down on your fucking head. Alright? He wants you all the way to the point when they got you lined up and they about to gun you down. He wants you over to that point, man. That's the ultimate test. When you running, when you feeding, you ain't have chicken for days. Alright? That's the point he wants you at. When you got your kids with you, whoever the fuck with you, and your niggas eating leaves. Or nothing. What are you gonna do then? Okay? Alright? You're gonna strive unto truth unto death. Right? Just strive for the truth unto death. And the Lord shall fight for you. That's what this was about. The Lord fight for you to the end. And if you give up on him, he's gonna give up on you. Alright? Alright? So what you gonna do? You're gonna come for you. He's coming. Alright, there was that scripture I wanted. Okay. It's Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Alright? You fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer, man. Everything that's gonna happen to you is supposed to happen to you. How about that? Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prisons. That's happening now, but it's gonna be on a higher scale. You're gonna be cast into prison for righteousness. For doing something good. 100% righteous. That ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. That's just a number. It's a whole number. We talking about, you don't know how long you're going to be putting there. You're going to be tribulation, man. They're going to be torturing us in those days, man. Your elect going to be putting some serious things, man. To see if you really try, see if you really want to be the ones. See if you really want this flesh. So you going to be like that motherfucker in Matrix. They ate that steak for 10 days. But thou be faithful unto death. That's my key point, man. Unto death, man. So this don't matter, man. Your time don't matter. The end matters. And I will give thee a crown of life. That's when we're going to put those crowns on our head. That's talks about in Ezra. That man, that righteous man, Yahawah shine, going to stand tall and going to put crowns. Oh, man. You want them diadems? One of them glorious crowns that everybody wants to put it on. It's going to be like your whole body going to change. You're going to have the ultimate body, but it's going to be beautiful, man. Okay? It's like Revelation chapter 16, verse 15. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garment, lest he walk naked. Yeah, you don't want to be naked. How you naked? Without these scriptures. The scriptures, you don't have these scriptures, you're naked. Right? And they see his shame. Alright? They go, the two girls' shame gonna be shown. You scoffers, shame gonna be shown. You ones that fell out, shame gonna be shown. Okay? Just bouncing around. Let's get some white, some purities. Alright, let's see what this one says. Alright. Right. Okay, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 3. Okay? If so, be that being clothed, we should not be found naked. Yes, how are we going to be clothed? We'll be clothed with the righteousness of the Lord's statute commandments, the right doctrine. All right, following the right doctrine, following the right men, understanding this thing of ours, and being righteous, man. Like, you don't want to be clothed, you don't want to be naked. You don't want to be found naked, man. When Yahawah trying to get back, when Yahawah said Yahawah back, he's looking for to see what he was doing. Okay? Okay, I had a few scriptures. I didn't want to do second part twos and stuff, but this is all about building the spirit. I'm about to do that, and with the spirit, I'm fighting for my crown. I want to be one of those men who put those crowns on, because demons ain't no joke. Demons go hard, man. They be trying to fuck you up. They got sleep demons, drug demons, pussy demons. You know what I mean? Bitch ass nigga demons. You know what I'm saying? Bum ass, fucking bitch ass, bum ass bitches demons. All types of demons. Okay. Alright. Let's see if I can do what with this one right here. Alright. Because we want that beautiful body. Okay. That's what it's about. Okay. All right. Basically, it's about mortality. It's about immortality. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what we got. Which is what we're doing this for. We're doing it for them crowns, and we're doing to have the galaxies. Show you how you really do this. Show you Edomites how we do this for real, man. Make them look like you never did it, motherfucker. All right. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 54. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruptible, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the same that is written, death is swallowed up in a victory. I heard it makes so much sense because motherfuckers die at 80. These motherfuckers, they had all this money, right? They got money left, and niggas, when they die, motherfuckers just fighting over their money. Right? Ain't that what's happening? Motherfuckers fighting over their money, but they did all the work, but then they just fight over his money. So they should be around enjoying their money, right? So they ain't got more immortality. They got more. They mortals. They're gonna die. All right, we swallowed up. Death is swallowed up in a victory. All right, that's what it's about. Okay. All right, scope of verse. For this corruptible must put on incorruptibleness, incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. That's how you do that. How you do that? You practice the righteous acts, and then that's how you get to the point, because it's a spiritual thing. They can see your pineal gland in the hands, and then you use your whole brain, and those are things that prove that we're not we mortals. We're not shit. We die. We just read victory gonna swallow it up. But death gonna swallow victory, the death. We're gonna swallow up death in the victory. We're gonna live forever. Alright? Alright, so we don't want what we're doing this for is to not to be fucked up in the game, man. Not be back in this world. Alright, let's go up to verse of 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 3. If so, be that being clothed, we should not be found naked. We don't want to be found naked. Okay? So, that's what it's about, man. Not being ashamed, being whitened. How do you be whitened? Being pure. Okay? That's what it's about. Alright? Alright, let's bring this home with this last one. It says, James chapter 2, verse 5. Hearken, my beloved brethren, have not God chosen the poor of this world? Yes, the poor of this world. Not poor. We rich in the scriptures, but we poor in this world. It's not our world. Hearken, my beloved brethren, have not God chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom which he hath promised to them that love him. Okay? That's plain and simple. So, with that, all praise and honor and glory go to Yahawah Shemel Shah, Rakatah Yahawah, Rakatah Yahawah Shah, to Wadi Yahawah Shemel Shah, forgive us the apostles and elders of Greatmillstone. And yeah, don't stop, man. Keep fighting for your crown, because it's right around the corner, man. You're almost out of here, man. Shalom.